So today is A5 Wagyu Ribeye Day. We're going to do it on the PK360 grill with some Fogo lump charcoal. So we're going to get started. So here's our Wagyu Ribeye. It's beautiful. The marbling is outstanding. Of course, I would have expected that. I have never cooked a Wagyu ribeye or anything Wagyu for that matter, especially not A5, which this is. So we are just going to get this ready to cook. So on some level, this is an experiment. The interesting thing is it's totally thawed, but it's hard, and that is a function of the intramuscular fat that I know you can see. So we're going to get this trimmed up. So we have this large piece of fat right here that we're going to kind of take off. We don't need that on the cook burning, so just gonna cut that off kind of in a straight line there. Maybe take some of these corners off, and we have an edge here that can be trimmed. You know, another thing that stands out here for me is the spinalis. What an awesome spinalis here. Look at the other side and see how that looks. So I really think that's all the trimming I'm going to do. I don't want to over trim this. Some of the fat is good. I'm not going to play around with any of the larger fat deposits here in the center. But we are going to go out and get our charcoal ready. We're going to use the PK360 grill with our grill grates addition to that in order to get a good sear, and I'm going to do everything I can to not overcook this. So I am going to season it, and for now I'm just going to season it with some Maldon Flake Salt. I really love the Maldon salt. I'm not even going to put any pepper on this at this point. I don't want the pepper to burn over the high heat that we're going to use. So we're just going to use the salt for now, and I'll probably add a little pepper later. Might even add it after I flip it on one side. But for now, we're just going to let this kind of come up to a more temperature closer to room temperature. And let this sort of dry brine sitting here for a few minutes while we get our charcoal going. So we'll bring you back. Alright, so we're going to get the PK360 fired up here. Again, we're using Fogo lump charcoal, which, by the way, I had never used before, and I got a bag and I really love it. The other thing we're using, and I've never used these before, I saw them online, called fire cups. They're put out by somebody else. I'll put the link if I like it in the description, and I see no reason I won't like it, but it's just kind of a hard cup of flammable stuff. So I think it's kind of sort of act like a candle and burn a long time. A little bit bigger than those paraffin cubes that you can get from like Weber, which I really like, by the way. But we'll see how this works. And like I said, if I like it, I'll put a link in the description. So I'm just going to light that. And I'm just going to let it go from there. So I'm going to put the charcoal in, and we're going to let it start heating up. When it's ready, we will dump it on the right side of the PK360, and we'll get our grill grates on and let them start coming up to temperature. The closer we get to this cook, the more nervous I'm getting. So we will bring you back. Okay, the Fogo is going strong. So I'm going to get this dumped and let it continue to ash over and get the grill hot. Again, I'm just going to concentrate it on the right side of the PK360 because that's where we'll end up cooking our steak, and we'll leave the left side as a protected area from the heat so we can move it over there if and when we need to, so we're sure not to overcook it. So we will bring you back with the Wagyu, the A5 Wagyu Ribeye here shortly. Alright, it's cook time. So we have our Wagyu Ribeye ready to go. Try to get it in the camera there. Things I have handy are my Thermapen 1 probe thermometer, my grill grate spatula, so easy turning and flipping with this. So here's the plan. We're gonna open the lid, we're gonna put this directly on the grill grates on the hot side of the grill and set a timer for 1 minute. After that 1 minute, I'm going to turn it 90 degrees and let it go another minute, and then we're going to flip it and do the same thing on the other side, and then we're going to move it to the cool, safe side of the grill and temp probe it. I'm looking for no more than 125 degrees internal, but I have heard sometimes it's hard to get these above 115 or 120. So we'll see how it works out. The thing I don't want to do is overcook it. So here we go. There's our sizzle. We'll close the lid and set our timer. I'm going to leave the camera going for this whole cook, but I might edit out parts of it where we're just sitting here waiting. So we'll see. If you're not familiar with grill grates, I'll put a link in the description. I've put a link in a couple other videos, but they're really great for searing, for doing burgers. You can turn them over and use it sort of like a griddle plate on the other side. But it's really great. And what I do, and I didn't do it on camera this time, is I take half an onion and I just rub it across the hot grill grates, and that will clean them, and it sort of develops a patina that keeps them nice and stick free, which is nice. I also have sprayed them with Pam or the equivalent, so you can do either one. And we are about 5 seconds away here, and as soon as this timer goes off, I'm going to restart it and we're going to turn the steak. There we go. So restarting, we'll get under here and we will flip the steak 90 degrees. It smells really good. All right, gonna flip it. Okay, that looks good. It could have gone maybe a little bit longer. So given that, I might go about 1 minute and 15 seconds on this other side and then flip it back over to that front side again. But I am going to keep my Thermapen handy because I do not want to overcook this. All right, we're going to turn this 90 degrees now. And now we'll let it go for another 1 minute and 15 seconds. Okay, so this timer's about to go off. I'm going to flip this back over to the other side to get a little bit more done on that first side, but I am going to immediately temp it just to make sure that we're okay. $122. Maybe a little less. Okay, so I'm getting a couple of different readings here. 123, 120. This is not a thick steak, so I got to be careful not to get too far into the other side. I'm going to let this go about 15 seconds and we're calling it. And that is going to do it, folks. Alright, so our Wagyu ribeye looks pretty. We'll see you inside. Okay, so our A5 Wagyu Ribeye has been resting for about 10 minutes, which is about all I can take, and the way this cuts is unbelievable. I'm taking a piece out of the spinalis here. Spinalis runs like this. Here's the line, kind of like that. Best part of the ribeye. I don't know if this is in the camera or not. But look, it's beautiful, perfectly cooked if I do say so, which makes me happy because I was nervous. Oh my goodness. It is like butter. That is the most unbelievable bite of steak I have ever had. Wow. You know, I saw somewhere a single ribeye, 16 ounces, this is just a little over 16 ounces, would feed a family of 4 or 5, and it really would. This is so rich. I can't imagine eating this whole thing. I really can't. I might try, but it is so rich. Literally the best bite of steak I've ever had. This turned out really well. I'm very happy with this. And you know, it was expensive, definitely expensive, but as a family of 4 all the time, 5 sometimes, we spend this much going out to dinner, to just a medium priced dinner. So now and again, this is not a bad treat for the family. We'll definitely do this again. Very interesting, very great experience. So thanks for joining here at BuQeye Barbecue. Really appreciate all the subscribers out there. If you haven't subscribed yet, videography is getting better, I think. But I would definitely appreciate your support. If you would like this video and subscribe to the channel, we will see you next time.